How is everybody? Let me know if you're having any issues hearing me or seeing me. Today's live, hi, is going to be about Cyspera, and make sure you let me know if you have any questions below. And if you cannot watch the hi, if you can't watch everything, hi. I love seeing you guys here. If you guys can't watch all of it, don't worry. As soon as we get off, I'm going to edit this, upload it, and put it on on YouTube for Sunday with a special promo with this cute little dermal repair cream. We're going to go over the importance of these two together. So make sure you watch that. Hi. So great seeing you guys. Awesome. Let me go ahead and accept. Give me a second now. Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm great.
Yay.
I'm so excited. I was just telling everybody that if they can't watch the whole thing, perfectly fine, because I'll upload this to YouTube for Sunday. And we'll also be doing a fun little gift with purchase if you watch today. So make sure when you go to YouTube on Sunday, you look for that special code to get this cool little freebie, which we're going to go over the importance of these two together today. And it's just really great to see you, to see everybody here. I'm really pumped because today's my Friday. We're actually flying out tomorrow morning, so I'm going to edit this as soon as we get off, post it, and we fly out. So yeah, to Florida. It's so exciting.
Oh, warmth. Oh my
goodness.
Yeah,
I know. I'm ready for it. So we are today talking about Cyspera or Cyspera. Hopefully I said that correctly. And usually, like, before we do a live, I always ask for questions, and I got like literally almost majority of the questions were all the same. So I basically have a list of like 6 to 7 questions, which I'm really excited about because basically everybody who's watching wanted to know the same things. The first one, which came from Melanie, what is this product? Which is a really good one to start with.
I love that. What is this product? Cyspera is a product that is formulated for pigmentation. I think, when we talk about the signs of aging, what we see, what we don't like about our skin, and first of all, I think we should all love everything about our skin. Let me say that first, right? Cyspera is a topical product that contains an ingredient called cysteamine. It's a 5% cysteamine hydrochloride. Cysteamine is a natural endogenous compound that exists in our skin, in the body, in a lot of tissues in the body, a lot of foods, a lot of places in nature. So the great thing about cysteamine is that it's very, very ubiquitous, or occurring in a lot of places in nature, which is good. Because that means you have probably a likelihood of better biocompatibility, fewer reactions, those type things, because it's something that your skin recognizes. But it is a product that is intended specifically for any form of hyperpigmentation that you see on the skin, except for obviously some type of lesions that have to be removed in other ways. But patchy brown spots, sun damage, scarring, anything that causes hyperpigmentation, Cyspera is designed to address that. It's an interesting product in that you use it once a day for 15 minutes, right? Leave it on your skin for 15 minutes, wash it off, and then you add on your dermal repair cream. So what you get with that is this really nice, gentle way to correct hyperpigmentation with cysteamine, and in our case, dermal repair cream as well, to upregulate hydration. But you get this really nice evening out of your skin tone without some of the things that we typically associate with other products for hyperpigmentation, right? So there's no peeling because there's no exfoliant in the product. There's less of a likelihood of sun sensitivity because there's nothing in it that is known to cause sun sensitivity. So it's just a very nice, completely different approach to
very different.
Right, very different to improving hyperpigmentation in the skin. And what I love most about it is that it does that and it leaves your natural glow behind. I think for any of us that have worked in an office given patients products over the years for hyperpigmentation, there's always something you don't like in addition to all of the things you do like.
Right.
So, you know, we like the fact that our dark patches get better. We like the fact that our skin tone evens out. But with a lot of ingredients, you either get peeling, you get sun sensitivity, or in some cases, with some ingredients, you get very white. Your skin turns like almost one-dimensional, right? And you lose the warmth and the depth and that natural glow of your skin tone. And here at Sente, our goal is always healthy skin, even skin tone, but your own natural skin tone, whatever that is, needs to remain intact while you're correcting the things that you want to improve.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was actually just talking to a client yesterday because this product is new to Skin Beautiful RX. It's new to us, but it's not new to the market. And I was explaining to her, like, you know, it's new. So a lot of my clients have only been on it for a few weeks, but I know of the product and the results that people have gotten are like incredible and amazing. It's a very like results oriented product. And people can really stay on it because, like you just said, it's not a product that's going to cause anybody like irritation. I mean, you know, dryness, peeliness, anything like that. So absolutely. And then before I get into the next question really quick, so the dermal repair cream when paired with this, is that like the optimal like duo, or like how do you, is it just to help just keep that barrier intact?
Right. So I think one of the things to remember is that the directions with Cyspera to say, you know, remove with cleansing, apply a moisturizer, and make sure that you're always applying moisturizer anytime that you're using a good skincare regimen. We know that hydration and moisture are very important in maintaining barrier function, you know, preventing transepidermal water loss, all of the things that can lead to sensitivity, more redness, more hyperpigmentation. So knowing all of that, and knowing that you have to keep your skin moisturized and hydrated while you're using Cyspera or any corrective product, we prefer our dermal repair cream with Cyspera because it gives the skin the moisture that it needs. But the other really big important thing that dermal repair cream does so well is in our patented technology, which is heparin sulfate analog. That molecule is clinically shown to help increase deep hydration in the skin and also control inflammation in the skin, which is really important. Because if we think about where hyperpigmentation starts, it starts with inflammation in the skin, right? So if we can control inflammation in the skin to begin with, then we're starting to control the amount of inflammatory signals that are sent, the amount of hyperpigmentation that we ultimately see. So we actually tested Cyspera with dermal repair cream, had some really nice results in increases in hydration, improvements in the visible redness that you see on the skin, along with those improvements in hyperpigmentation that you want to see. So given that you need a moisturizer while you're using Cyspera or anything, we recommend our dermal repair cream as the perfect partner to cysteamine.
Perfect. Yeah. You know, if more people, I think more people are coming to realize it, but if we only knew how many issues result from inflammation, whether it be internally, externally, we'd be doing a lot more of, you know, these type products. So yeah, absolutely. So the next question came from Lillian. She wanted to know, is this product safe for people of color?
Absolutely. And actually that was one of the first reasons that the product was created, right? Is that in darker skin tones, like we talked about, there's a higher likelihood of irritation. There is a higher likelihood of dyspigmentation, which is something you don't want. And then there's a higher likelihood of just, you know, lifting the entire skin tone beyond what someone with darker skin wants to keep. You know, if you have a lovely, beautiful, warm skin, you want to keep it that way. So one of the I think the driving factors for formulating that product to begin with, and one of the first reasons and the first stories that we ever, you know, told about that product in marketing was, you know, even skin tone and safe for people with darker skin. Because again, it is it's an antioxidant to a certain extent in that it upregulates this antioxidant response in your skin that helps to start to control that inflammation that's causing the hyperpigmentation. So you're downregulating inflammation that leads to hyperpigmentation with cysteamine. So it will start to just normalize almost the amount of pigmentation that your skin is producing. Because what happens is hyperpigmentation is hyper means more, too much, right? So it's too much pigmentation. Right. So it just normalizes the amount of pigmentation that's created by your melanocytes back to what it's supposed to be. And you maintain that normal, natural, healthy skin glow that you have, all of the warmth, all of the skin color that you're supposed to have. And there's far less likelihood of irritation, which again is a concern in darker skin tones. Darker skin types are more sensitive, right, than fairer skin types. And that's something to always keep in mind. And we know that some other ingredients that are used for pigmentation can actually cause more irritation in darker skin that makes it worse, not better. So absolutely, it is just ideal for darker skin tones.
Perfect. Yeah, I know so many people who are going to be very happy with that answer. Awesome.
Love it.
Okay, so the next question, and this actually came from multiple people. Everybody had a very similar question. Is this product safe if you are using a routine that consists of either a retin A or a retinol vitamin A product?
Got it. So what we'll say about that is the short answer is yes. It's just a matter of being smart and managing it the right way. If you are already using retin A or retinol and you have been for quite a while and your skin is completely accustomed to that retinoid on your skin and you're using it at night, because that's typically when we use our retinoids, then you can add Cyspera in the morning, right? Get up in the morning before you cleanse your skin, because it's used on uncleansed skin. Apply it to the skin, leave it for 15 minutes, cleanse it off. What we do say is that, let's say that you're a new patient, you've never used retinoids, you've never used Cyspera, maybe you have a very minimal skincare routine. We don't recommend that you start the retinoid and Cyspera at the same time, right? Perfect. And I think, as a skincare professional, when you do that, if you have a reaction, you don't know what's causing it. So in general, with anything, it's always ideal to start one new product at a time, get your skin acclimated to it, add the next one to your regimen, just so that you know what's working, first of all, but sometimes maybe what's not working or what's causing some irritation. So I would say, as long as you are already using a retinoid, you can absolutely add Cyspera. Use it at the opposite time of day that you're using the retinoid. If you're new and you're starting both, then I think that's a conversation you have with the person that's, recommending these products to you. Do I start the retinoid first and wait 6 to 8 weeks and then start cysteamine, or do I start the cysteamine first? And I think that's something that, has to be done case by case, like face to face, so that you can really see the person's skin, know their skin, know how they'll respond.
Perfect. I love it. Okay. So the next question, I'll kind of reiterate what you just said. So they get up in the morning, they use this product on uncleansed skin, they leave it on for 15 minutes, and then they remove it. So the next question is, how long should somebody wait in between washing this off and then doing their regular skincare routine?
Got it. Not long. It depends again on what you're using, right? So let's say that it's in the morning, you're cleansing your skin. If you're using like a glycolic acid serum, for example, give it a few minutes, let your skin's pH come back to normal, which is about 20 minutes. If it's anything less irritating typically than a glycolic acid serum, you should be fine to go on with your regimen. I'm one of those people that I can talk to you about skincare regimens all day long, but my own is very fast, right? Cleanse my skin, everything's on, we're done. Because I know that if I walk away, I'll probably forget. So I think if it's anything other than a very, highly potentially sensitizing exfoliating serum, you're fine to just carry on right after you cleanse your skin.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay. The next question is, how long should somebody use Cyspera? And then, basically, do they have to use it forever? Was the actual question. But how long should somebody use this product?
Right. Is this forever ever?
Yeah.
So the corrective phase is about 12 to 16 weeks. So you do use it every day, 15 minutes a day for 12 to 16 weeks. The great news on that is that one tube will last you 12 to 16 weeks. So by the time you're, done with that tube, you should also be where you want to be with your skincare goal. And then from there, it's maintenance. You drop to a maintenance phase. So it's twice a week for 15 minutes a day. So technically, yes, you would use it forever, but you would use it twice a week once you've reached your goals.
Yeah, so very similar. I know some people are like, wow, forever, but like we use our retinols forever, we use our growth factors forever, we use our vitamin C's forever, and this is just a ingredient, a technology, a product that if you struggle with pigment or melasma, like if you want nice, beautiful, clear skin, then this is just one of those products you'll add in forever, like other ingredients.
Yeah, and I think that's a really important point that you make is that, melanin will always come back. That extra pigment will always come back. If your skin is prone to acne, you do use an acne product the rest of your life. If your skin is prone to hyperpigmentation, guess what? The hyperpigmentation is more persistent than you are. So you have to keep using that product to just, keep it in its place.
Perfect. Absolutely. Okay. So the next question was, is this going to be good for somebody with like hormonal melasma? And primarily she's concerned with the pigment above her lip.
Got it. It should work. Yeah. As long as it's, some form of hyperpigmentation that's not a lesion, right? As long as it's not something that has to be removed with a laser, yes. Same as with anything else. It should be totally fine to treat the upper. What's totally fine to treat the upper lip. Just I think the other thing, anytime that hormones are involved, and in women a lot of times hormones are involved, right? In pigmentation. I think just making sure that you're aware of the fact that you're fighting against a hormonal situation that can upregulate pigmentation when you least expect it, and get that under control as well. Always wear sunscreen. I think this area especially, we're constantly like eating, drinking, wiping, people wearing masks over the last couple of years. The one thing that I do see is that you have hyperpigmentation on your upper lip, you use a product, you put sunscreen there, you go to lunch, you're using a napkin, right? You don't reapply sunscreen. And we don't think about those things throughout the day, and the fact that we're getting re-exposed to sun. But yeah, you should see great results. I think sunscreen there is also the key, because that's such a high traffic part of the face. Right.
Perfect. Yeah, absolutely. So I see a couple of questions coming in. So awesome, guys. Make sure you send those in and we'll try to answer as many as we can. Can you leave it on for 20 minutes? She likes to meditate while putting a mask on. So is it okay for longer than 15?
20 minutes, it should be fine. Yeah. Perfect. And kudos to you for meditating every day too.
I know.
And multitasking while meditating. Yeah, absolutely. I think at 20 minutes, you're fine. It's not something that needs to be left on for hours.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me see here. Wow, not too many questions. I'm telling you, everybody had like very similar questions. That must be why. So any like person is there a person out there, I should say, not suitable for this product? I know earlier you said like dark spots that need like a dermatologist looked at, but is there anybody who isn't perfect for this? I know I had a client who said she has rosacea, but she also has pigment. Would she qualify for being a good candidate?
Yeah, I think so. I think that that's something that she just wants to, again, I think that one-on-one consultation is really important there. I think for her, what would be ideal is dermal repair cream, right? And maybe make sure she's using dermal repair cream twice a day for a couple of weeks, just to kind of upregulate hydration and start to control like barrier and sensitivity a little bit more. And then add in the cysteamine once a day for 15 minutes. Maybe if she has incredibly sensitive skin, she wants to use it every other day just for a week or so she can kind of see how her skin is acclimating to it. But it's, it's not irritating. There's no exfoliants in it. So it actually has a fairly hydrating base. And in the studies that we did with cysteamine and our dermal repair cream together, we do see some really nice improvements in redness.
Perfect. Okay. So Farah brings up a great question. So similarly, sorry, I keep getting like emails after me. So like for somebody who was on hydroquinone and they didn't know that you should cycle off, they get that rebound hyperpigmentation. Are people going to have issues like that with this product if they either cycle off of it or stop using it? Even though we just mentioned this is something you'll probably have to use forever.
Right. So it wouldn't be as extreme, and it's in the difference that the way the two ingredients work, right? We know that hydroquinone works on the surface. We see that it works.
Right.
But what it's doing is trapping excess melanin in the melanocytes, right? So instead of normalizing, down regulating, it's trapping the excess melanin in the melanocyte. So when you stop using hydroquinone, yes,
rapid fire,
right? Boom! It's like so let's think that you've been using hydroquinone for 4 years and you haven't taken a break in 4 years. 4 years worth of excess melanin can be built up in your melanocytes, and when you stop, it's like the explosion, right? It's like just confetti that you don't want everywhere. And that's why you see that it's very frustrating, right, for people that are using hydroquinone and have that reaction. But that's what happens with hydroquinone. By contrast, cysteamine does not do that, right? It's not trapping excess melanin in the melanocyte. It's normalizing that entire process that causes the melanocytes to over manufacture melanin. So it downregulates the inflammation. It normalizes the amount of pigment that's being made in the melanocyte. So technically, you would not have that buildup to have it rebound when you stop. That, again, depends on how bad it is when you start, right? What you get to that you consider to be your end point. And just how long it's been going on. There's so many other things that go into hyperpigmentation that you have to be aware of. If you've had it your entire life and cysteamine gets it under control for you in 12 weeks, you can't go, oh, good, I'm done, because you know that it's probably coming back. So that's the place where you won't get the rebound. But at some point it could start to, sneak back in on you because those melanocytes, they're up to no good.
That's a perfect way to put it. They are.
Right.
Awesome. Okay, so next question is, does it work on pigmentation that's deep in the skin, like sun damage? So like really deep pigment that even hasn't even come to the surface yet. Does it work on like in every single layer of the skin?
So I think if you don't see it yet visibly on the surface of the skin, I mean, that's kind of a do we know, right? Because what we do know is that it works very quickly on what you see on the surface. Over time, it helps to downregulate the process in the skin. So, while I would say I'm sure it does, it's just that if you can't already see it on the surface of the skin, it's harder for us to do a study where we can measure, right, what it's improving in the skin. But I think the key there is that if you have a lot of damage and that you have some pigmentation deeper in your skin, use the product, use your dermal repair cream, use your sunscreen, and just take really good care of your skin each and every day, because both of those products will, again, manage the amount of inflammation in your skin that is causing that pigmentation to take place.
Awesome. Okay, how close to the eye area can we get this formula? She has faint sunspots under her eyes.
Yeah, you can get pretty close. What we say is that up in the orbital area, just dilute it like 1-to-1, right? You can dilute it with dermal repair cream. You can dilute it with another just gentle, moisturizer. But you can absolutely use it in the orbital area if it's, diluted with a moisturizer.
Perfect. Okay, next question is, do we need to discontinue any brightening products that somebody's currently on in their routine if they are going to implement this routine? I guess, that's it.
Yeah, right. So I think, I'm not one to say, here's your new regimen, throw everything away. I think that's really wasteful, right?
Yeah, and I know her. Her skin's beautiful, and she's on like the best routine. So definitely do not get rid of those.
Right. Don't get rid of it. Don't throw it away.
But yeah, so I think really for her, she's on a vitamin C. She's on like brightening growth factors, serums and formulations. So nothing even, I don't even think she uses a lot of like acids in her routine. Yeah. So really like vitamin C should be totally fine. Growth factors should be totally fine.
Yeah. It should all be
She's
fine.
on Skin Better, Alpha Ret. which is at night. So yeah, you would use this in the morning when you wake up. So yeah, I think that's totally fine in my opinion. But yeah, you're definitely the one that would probably know more than me.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely, safe. I just, as long as there's not 4 other products that have a whole lot of exfoliants in them, and she's gonna add it on top of that. Yeah, it should be absolutely fine.
Perfect. Okay. Do we need to stop Cyspera before a chemical peel or lasers? Good question.
So you don't have to, which is really cool, right? There's nothing in it that sensitizes you. And it's actually, again, because it's down regulating the process that causes too much pigmentation, it's really good to use, before your chemical peels, before your laser, not on the day of and not immediately after, right?
Okay.
But the great news is that if I were having a laser treatment tomorrow, I can use my Cyspera today. I wouldn't use it tomorrow, right? I would skip it tomorrow. Again, depends on the laser. If it's a photofacial, you're fine whenever your provider says you're fine again. If it's an ablative laser, then obviously you have to wait till the skin reepithelializes. And then everything else is at the discretion of the person that does that procedure for you.
Perfect. And can we use this on the neck? Another great question. I like it.
Yeah, you can. Actually, there are some, the product has been used on the neck, on the chest, on the hands, a lot of other areas with success. So absolutely, you can use it on the neck.
Awesome. So I think this is a bounce to the last question. So can red light and RF tools be used when using this product? I mean, not at the same time, but I'm assuming like in the same routine.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think if something is heating up the skin, right, or like upregulating absorption, I would use it opposite of that. So if I'm going to use the light or I'm going to use an RF, probably use it at night, use the Cyspera in the morning, just because we don't know, if something heats the skin up even slightly, we don't know how it could change what happens when you apply the Cyspera.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Perfect. Let me see if I missed anything. Can I use azaleic acid after Cyspera?
I would use it opposite, right? When we're talking about exfoliants, I would use that one opposite. So if I'm going to use cysteamine in the morning, I would use my azaleic acid at night just to be safe, right? Perfect. And I think, again, if you do that for a while and you're accustomed to it, then try it, right? Yeah. But not every day. I think the key is that, like, don't try it for 2 weeks, cysteamine in the morning, azaleic acid at night, and think, oh, this is fine. And then suddenly switch to using your azaleic acid right after Cyspera every morning, because it could, you could have a little bit of reaction. So just, test it out. But I think everything, for me, most products, most ingredients, it's just a matter of letting your skin be acclimated to something before you throw everything on there at once.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and just like you, I would do exfoliants, retinols, anything that's going to really activate cell turnover at night. And morning. And I like that. Whoever said, they meditate, love that. I don't meditate, I should. But yeah, put it on, have your coffee, and yeah, take it off. So I think that's the perfect way to do it. Okay, any other questions? Let me see if I missed any. You guys have been really awesome, really great questions today.
A lot of good questions.
I know. Let's see. I don't think right now, did you have anything that I didn't ask that I think would be really important for people to know? Because I know I started with my questions right away. So
no, they were all really good. I just think the one important thing that I will always remind people of, and that we always forget, is that if you are using a product for pigment, you have to use a sunscreen, right? Not using a sunscreen is sort of how you ended up needing a pigment product, or not using the right sunscreen, or not using it often enough. So I think the really important thing, and as we're coming into spring, fingers crossed, right? We're coming into spring soon.
Yeah, I hope.
Right? Sunscreen is an everyday thing, regardless if you're indoors or outdoors, because your indoor lights trigger damage in similar ways, in similar pathways to your outdoor light. So if you're using a product for pigment, you have to be using a sunscreen and reapplying every 90 minutes if you're outside.
Perfect. Okay, guys. So really quick, if you didn't join right away, If you didn't watch this whole thing, we will have this on YouTube on Sunday. And we're also, if you do purchase Cyspera, then you're going to get this awesome little travel that Sente provided. So thank you guys so much. This was awesome. So you will get this free with your purchase. So we're super excited about that because this is literally one of my favorite Sente products. So, and the Nourish is awesome as well. But this is so good. So you guys will love it. So great. So like I said, thank you guys for joining. Thank you so much for being here, and hopefully we get to talk to you soon.
I hope so. Thank you. It's good to see you. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, thanks. You too. Yeah, today is my Friday, guys. See ya.
Nice job. Thank you.